guys, I hope you had a great night tonight. I have a message for you, and this message is specifically for a woman, okay? Now, if you think it is for a man, or if you're a man watching me and you say, no, I think that message is for me, just make sure you confirm it with the Holy Spirit. Now, I don't do a lot of messages pertaining to dreams. I don't really like doing messages like that unless I'm really led to do it. So I believe that I'm led to do this message. If God gives me another message about this, I will definitely come back and share it in more detail with scripture. But you are dealing with somebody right now who is trying to hide you. And don't take this the wrong way. This message is not to offend anybody. With me, I share a little bit of my personal testimonies and my personal past with you guys a lot because I don't sugarcoat, right? But I don't overshare either. And in my past, I've done a lot of things that I regret, but I don't regret because I've got a lot of intelligence and wisdom from the things that I have done and the things that I have been through. But this message is regarding a woman who is listening to me. You are dealing with somebody right now who is trying to hide you. What I mean by that is you know that this person is not your person. You know this. But you go through a season of, just being alone. And you are like this alpha female. You don't mind being alone because you enjoy your own company. You enjoy your own independence. But you know that this person is not your person. You know that this person is clearly not the one for you. Okay, unless God comes down and tell you, no, this is the one. You just know it in your gut that this person is not it. But this person is trying to hide you, and this person does not want you to know what they do on the flip side. They are trying to keep you like a trophy wife. A trophy wife is somebody that is a trophy, and you know how you have a room set up with a whole lot of trophies and you have a trophy on the shelf. You are the trophy wife, which is not a good thing. A trophy wife means that you're just somebody that is a trophy to somebody. They want to keep you on this shelf and they never want to bring you around anybody. They never want to take you seriously. So this person is trying to hide you, knowing that you are this good person and they know this, but they are trying to keep you hidden from the people that they are already dealing with. So you have this person, they may be dealing with other people, or they may be confused about you and where you guys are. But it's something like a situationship. And the thing about situationships, you don't want to waste your time. They are a complete waste of time. You think you're strong enough to handle it. You think you're strong enough to go through with it because you're like, I'm not looking for nobody. This is just fun. This is not going to lead anywhere. But really, it goes to another level because you're literally wasting your time and you are settling. Even if you think that, it's not that serious. I don't have feelings for that person. God does not want you to settle in this season with anything. Even if you don't care about it, He does not want you to waste your time. So this person is hiding you. All right. And this message is coming from a dream that I had. I had a dream of a woman was exposed. There was 3 women in the dream. One of the women were doing her hair. All right. And if you have a dream, and I'll get to dreams later on, if you have a dream about a house is what's internal. So if you have a dream of somebody being in your home, or you have a dream of you're in somebody else's home, or it's just a house around you, God is trying to show you inside of you, or the person inside of them. So a house represents a person always. A house represents what's internal. Okay. So it was 3 women in the house, and one of the women were curling her hair. The other woman was just chilling on the bed. She didn't care about what was going on, but the other woman was trying to be so extra. You know how you have your curling irons, you have this, you have that. And the woman was trying to do her hair really pretty. So that let me know you have one woman who was trying to be extra for this man, who was trying to impress him. The other woman, she didn't care what was going on. She was just sitting on the bed. And then it was another woman who was exposed. She didn't have any clothes on or anything like that. And the man was in the bathroom. And when the man came out, so this woman that was exposed, she was the only woman who had her clothes off. The other women, one of them was doing their hair and one of them was just chilling. Now, the woman that was doing her hair, she was trying so hard to make sure her curls was right in her hair, but the other woman really didn't care that much about what was going on. So you have one woman who was trying to impress the man and another woman that just don't care. She knows what's going on. It's like she knows that he has this person and this person. Like, she's understanding of what's going on. She just doesn't. She has an understanding of what's going on. She just doesn't care about it, okay? She's accepted that this man is dealing with other people. That's how her energy was in the dream. The other woman that was exposed and didn't have any clothes on, she was the only woman that was exposed but hidden. So she was exposed but hidden. So I want to tell you, anytime in a dream that you see somebody without any clothes on, that means exposure. Now, when it comes to dreams, most of the time you have to look and see what's going on within the object. Like, if I'm holding this, so if you are in the dream and, for example, I'm holding this remote, this is a AC remote, right? So if I'm dreaming about this AC remote and I'm pushing buttons on the remote in my dream, you have to look at what you're doing with the object. It's not the object itself, it's what you're doing with the object. And I'll talk about that later on, but this is for my prophetic dreamers, okay? That's another deep conversation. So if I'm just pushing buttons on the remote control, that means God is letting me know that I'm fidgety. That means I'm nervous about something. It's not the object, it's what you're doing with the object most of the time, okay? So the girl that was exposed, she was hidden. And the man who came out of the bathroom, he was upset because the girl who was exposed was sitting there. And the man asked the other females, why didn't you tell me that she was here? Why didn't you tell me that? So the woman who was exposed, he tried to hurry up and, lock the woman in the room. Not like a kidnapping situation. He was just trying to lock her in a room, like, stay right there, don't come out, don't come out. He kept saying that in the dream. But then inside of the room, the man was very sweet to the woman. The man was giving the woman gifts and things like that, just very sweet to her. But he was hiding her. So the door was closed when the other two women were in the room. But this woman who was exposed with no clothes on was getting treated lovely, but behind closed doors. So the dream let me know that you are somebody who is being hidden. This person may be very sweet to you. This person may be giving you gifts. This person may be just love bombing you. This person may be just a nice person, but you know in your heart that something else is going on. There is more to the story, and I want to let you know that there is more to the story, and God does not want you to settle. Now, because you were exposed, you may have been given this person more than this person has given you. Maybe you have, I don't know, whatever you have done, whatever you're doing, you may be giving this person too much information. It can be oversharing. It can be whatever you're doing. And if you're listening to this video, you're going to know, oh, yeah, I am doing too much. You may be just doing too much, right? You're doing too much to a person that is not your person. And that's what the dream showed. You were exposed, but you are being hidden. So the guy in the dream was trying to make sure you stayed in that room that he closed the door in. But he was upset because the other females did not tell him that you were there. All right. So I just want you to not settle. I just want you to take this word up with the Most High and be like, look, what's going on? Is this word for me? Is this message for me? You are somebody who is a good person, because in the dream, the person who was exposed, the person who had no clothes on, this person's energy was a very good person, very beautiful person. But the other two women, it's like they came into the conclusion like, look, this man does what he does. I know him, so you are dealing with somebody who is way more to the story than you think. And they may be saying, oh, it's nobody else, but it clearly is. And you cannot settle any more. So if this message is for you and you are in a situationship that you can't get out of, or that you don't even care about, and you're like, oh, I'm just having fun, be careful, because you are wasting your energy. situationships are not just situationships. They can be soul ties. And I do have a ebook on breaking soul ties. I'm going to try to get that link and post it in the description later on. But they can create a soul tie, which is very deep, meaning they can create an energetic pull to you, and it can waste your time. A soul tie is dangerous. It can mess up your finances. It can mess up your ability to have favor. Like, it goes that deep, because a situationship is in your energy. And you're wasting your time with this situationship, and it's not going to ever be a relationship. So it's a true deeper meaning to situationships. So if this message resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. But it is time to stop settling. One prayer that I love to pray when it's hard for me to get out of something is, God, end it for me. I can't end it by myself. God, step in. Step in. That's one of the most honest prayers you can pray. So, no more situationships. We queens around here. We're chosen around here. We're not going to let nobody come into our energy. We're not going to settle, and we won't be hidden. Why? Because our King is on the way. So see you later, guys. Love you.